Imagine a warm summer night on an empty American highway. The moon hanging low, the air quiet except for the distant hum of streetlights. Suddenly, a deep, rolling rumble creeps through the silence. Slow at first, then rising into a confident, commanding growl. Out of the darkness, a low-slung silhouette cuts through the night like a blade. Long, heavy, elegant, with a presence so iconic that the moment you see it, you know exactly what it is. This isn't just a car. It's a legend, a symbol of rebellion, style, and raw authenticity. This is the 1950 Mercury 8, one of the most influential and instantly recognizable cars in American history. And today, we're diving into 18 surprising features that transformed this machine from a stylish post-war cruiser into one of the greatest hot rod icons of all time. But before we get into those details, let's step back for a moment. The year was 1950. America was entering a new era. Families were growing, suburbs were spreading, and car culture was exploding. Hollywood was shaping dreams, music was evolving, and the streets were becoming a playground for young drivers hungry for expression. Amid this cultural shift, Mercury introduced a car that didn't just fit the era. It defined it. The Mercury 8 wasn't designed to be a rebel. It wasn't meant to be the foundation of hot rod culture, but everything about it. Its body shape, its engine, its proportions, its attitude, made it irresistible to a generation that wanted to stand out. Walk toward the car from the front side, and the first thing you notice is its unmistakable stance. The 1950 Mercury 8 greets you with a broad, confident face. A wide chrome grille that stretches proudly across the front, framed by round, deeply set headlights. Even standing still, the car projects authority. Those who know, know. This was the car that became the movie star long before most people ever saw it in person. Shift to the front angle and you catch its most famous feature. The chopped look, that low, laid-back roofline that became the gold standard for customizers. Even in stock form, the Mercury 8 seemed almost eager to be modified. The front fenders flowed smoothly into the hood. The chrome accents glistened like jewelry, and the shape itself looked sculpted rather than stamped. Move along the side and the car reveals its length. A long, sweeping bodyline that starts at the front fender and doesn't lose momentum until it meets the rear bumper. It's smooth, it's uninterrupted, and it gives the car a kind of cinematic elegance that few vehicles have ever matched. Even modern luxury sedans struggle to capture this level of presence. From the back, the Mercury 8 becomes even more dramatic. The tail end sits low and heavy, with wraparound curves and chrome accents that give it an unmistakable silhouette, especially at sunset, when the metallic surfaces catch the fading light. The rear bumper, thick and polished, adds just enough muscle to remind you that this car wasn't meant to blend in. And stepping inside is like traveling back to a time when the cabin was designed for comfort, style, and personality. Not screens, not buttons, not software. Soft bench seats, color-matched door panels, chrome trim across the dashboard. The Mercury didn't try to impress with technology. It impressed with soul. But what truly made the 1950 Mercury 8 a hot rod legend are the surprising features and quirks that elevated it from a stylish cruiser into an automotive icon. And here are the ones even collectors still talk about today. Surprising feature number 1. The Mercury 8 had one of the most customizable bodies of its era. The steel was thick, strong, and easy to cut, weld, and reshape, which is exactly why customizers flocked to it. Feature number 2. The car's roofline responded beautifully to chopping, became the signature move of Mercury builders, giving the car that sinister, low-profile look we now associate with classic hot rods. Feature number 3. The Mercury 8 sat on a wide, stable chassis that handled modifications extremely well. Lowering it didn't ruin the ride. It actually improved the stance. Feature number 4. The front grille became a cultural icon. So many hot rod builders swapped out the original grille for aftermarket or custom pieces that the Merc grille swap became a movement all its own. Feature number 5. The Mercury 8 has one of the most recognizable front ends in movie history, appearing in films like Rebel, Without a Cause, and Cobra. Some say Hollywood made the car famous, but car enthusiasts know it was already legendary. Feature number 6. The 1950 Mercury 8 came with a flathead V8. Not the most powerful engine of its time, but one of the most beloved. Its deep, mellow tone became the soundtrack of America's cruising culture. Feature number 7. The engine bay was spacious, making engine swaps incredibly easy. Builders could drop in a bigger V8 without redesigning the whole car, a rarity for vehicles of the era. Feature number 8. The car responded beautifully to lead sled customization. Lead filler, shaved handles, smooth seams. The Mercury 8 embraced every modification like it was born for it. Feature number 9. The Mercury's long rear deck made it perfect for two-tone paint jobs and pinstriping. Many of the most famous customs in history started with this exact car. Feature number 10. The Mercury 8 had a unique balance of elegance and attitude. Too refined to be a brute, too bold to be ignored, it lived in that perfect middle zone car designers still try to recreate. Feature number 11. It has one of the best cruising rides of any car from the early 50s. Soft, smooth, and stable, the Mercury 8 felt like a rolling lounge. Feature number 13. The wraparound windows, a new idea back then, gave the Mercury 8 a panoramic feel that set it apart from other cars on the road. Feature number 14. The Mercury hood, long, sleek, and perfectly proportioned, became the inspiration for countless custom car builds and design sketches that followed. Feature number 15. The door handles and trim pieces were incredibly easy to shave off. One of the reasons customizers turned the Mercury into the symbol of the smooth look. Feature number 16. The Mercury's weight distribution made it surprisingly good for long-distance cruising. Builders nicknamed it the couch that glides. Feature number 17. The Mercury 8 became the unofficial face of early hot rod magazines, custom car calendars, and pin-up posters. Its shape simply photographed better than almost any car of its era. And feature number 18. The Mercury 8 inspired an entire generation of designers. While muscle cars and pony cars get most of the credit, many stylists say the Mercury 8 taught America what cool really looked like. But beyond the features, the influence, and the history, the Mercury 8 has something even more special: the way it feels to own and drive one. Slide behind the wheel and it feels like sitting in a time capsule. Soft seats, deep dashboard, wide windows, and that unmistakable flathead rumble waiting patiently under the hood. Turn the key, and the car takes a moment, almost like it's waking up from a dream. Then that deep, warm roar fills the air. Not violent, not frantic, just smooth, confident, iconic. Driving the Mercury 8 isn't about speed. It's about presence. It's about rolling slowly past a crowd and watching heads turn in perfect synchronization. It's the kind of car that makes strangers take out their phones, or walk over, or ask questions. And when the sunlight hits the chrome just right, the car doesn't just shine. It glows. It becomes sculpture. It becomes art. That's why collectors adore it. That's why enthusiasts worship it. And that's why the 1950 Mercury 8 remains one of the most important automotive canvases ever created. So here's the real question. If you could choose one legendary custom icon for your dream garage, would you take the 1950 Mercury 8 as your centerpiece? Or would you go for something even wilder from the hot rod era? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing your automotive fantasies. And if you enjoyed this cinematic deep dive into one of America's most iconic machines, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next automotive story crafted just for you. Until then, drive with passion, honor the legends, and keep exploring the world, one timeless machine at a time.